We have 8 of the hottest pizza ovens on the planet right now, and we got our hands on over $3,500 worth of brand new pizza ovens, and we're testing how fast they heat up, how easy it is to make pizza, how they clean up, and if they're worth the asking price of between $350 and $500. You're going to love this video, so are you ready? Now, first things first, this video isn't sponsored by any of the manufacturers represented here. We just gather samples of what we think are the best 12-inch outdoor ovens that we're aware of and devise a series of tests that will help us understand which oven would be the best for you based on your cooking setup and situation. Now, our hope is that we'll provide some great value to you as you're searching for your next pizza oven, and you can show us the love by using any of the links below when you think about making a purchase. We're going to show you our experiences with each oven, run a bunch of tests, and let you decide which tests mean the most to you. So let's dive in. The least expensive oven in our testing group is the Solo Stove Pi Prime, coming in at $349. But at the time of this publishing is on sale for an even lower price. The WPPO Lil Luigi Pro oven is next, priced at $369. The Shark Ninja is an outdoor electric oven priced at $399. The Stoke Stove 13-inch starter hybrid comes in at $399. The Ooni Karu 12G comes in at $429. And the Bertello 12-inch oven bundle is priced at $489 for the model that you might have seen on Shark Tank. The Cru Model 30 is priced at $495, and the Gozney Roccbox rounds out the top end of the testing, coming in at $499. Now, we currently have discount codes that you can use for both Solo Stove and Ninja, and you can find those in the description below. Now, we'll be sure to add any other discount codes that may become available in the description as well, so make sure to check those links before you buy. Now, assembly for all of these ovens was pretty straightforward since they're all tabletop units. The most difficult part with assembly is working with the stainless steel ovens since there's lots of plastic to peel off. Now, it just takes 5 to 10 minutes in most cases, but that's about the only thing that makes putting any of these units together even slightly difficult. Now, when it comes to build quality, I was immediately impressed with the Gozney Roccbox. Right out of the box, there's a Velcro strap around the oven to make it easy to lift up and carry around. The legs are folded out of the box, and when you unfold those legs, this oven is tall compared to the rest. I like a tall countertop oven, so I don't have to bend down as far when I'm working with it, so Gozney impressed right out of the box. I'll also mention the build quality of the Solo Stove Pi Prime. The oven doesn't have many moving parts, but it's solid, and I'm impressed with how well things fit together and how all of the edges meld together in the design. Whoever engineered this oven did a great job making it seamless, and since it sits flat on the counter without legs, it's one of the most sturdy ovens of the bunch. Now, when it comes to exhaust, it's handled 3 different ways in these ovens. There are 4 units that have an exhaust stack, and they're the Ooni Karu 12G, the Stoke Stove starter model, the Cru 30, and the WPPO Lil Luigi. The rest of the units just vent their exhaust right out the front of the oven. Now, those models are the Solo Stove Pi Prime, the Gozney Roccbox, and the Bertello pizza oven. The standout model for exhaust is the Ninja Woodfire outdoor oven, which vents heat and exhaust out the back of the oven. Now, the insulation on these ovens is something that you'll hear a lot about in the marketing materials, but I find it best to get away from the jargon like superheat ceramic miser down batting and just let you hear what the ovens sound like when you knock on the outside. Now, if there's little to no insulation, it will sound hollow. If it's insulated well, it will be really quiet. So here's a snapshot of each. Here's the Ooni, the WPPO, the Ninja, the Cru, the Gozney, the Stoke Stove, the Solo Stove, and the Bertello. The thickness of the stone is another determining factor when considering a pizza oven because the thicker the stone, the more heat it can retain in between pizzas. You're heating up more thermal mass, and while it may take longer to heat up, it will help you make pizzas faster when you're making multiple pizzas in a row. Now here's a chart of the stone thickness for each oven. The thicker the stone, the better, but check this out for reference. In the larger pizza ovens, the stone is much, much thicker than portable units. We're talking millimeters of difference here in the units that we have, so the difference isn't much in the end. Now, one of the things that I noticed while working with these ovens was the difference between the vertical opening for each of the ovens. The Cru 30 has an almost 6-inch vertical opening in the front, making it so cooking many things other than pizza is a real possibility. The Ninja Woodfire oven has a 5 3/8 inch tall opening as well, so in this oven there's room for roasts and more. The Stoke has 4 1/4 inches from the top of the stone to the top of the door, and the WPPO mirrors that at 4 1/4 as well. The Ooni Karu 12G has 4 inches of height that you can work with, and the Pi Prime has 3 1/2 inches of vertical space, while the Roccbox has 3 1/4 inches. Now, the smallest vertical opening in our testing group is found in the Bertello oven, with right around 2 inches of vertical clearance between the top of the stone and the top of the opening of the oven. For heat source, there are 3 primary types found in these ovens. There's wood-fired, which traditionally comes in the form of wood splits, propane-powered, where you hook it up to a 20-pound propane tank for fuel, and there's models that also work with wood pellets and charcoal. Now, the Cru Model 30 is a wood-powered oven. It's made for wood splits like the bigger pizza ovens, and there's no gas adapter for this model. The Ooni Karu 12G ships as a wood-only model, where you lift the lid on the back of the oven and insert small wood splits. Ooni even sells these wood packs that you could buy with pre-sized pieces of wood, and I love them. If I'm not working with a box of wood like this, it'll take me a long time cutting down much larger wood splits, and I never seem to get them to the right size myself. I'll link to where you can buy the perfect size wood from a few of these manufacturers below if you don't want to hassle with getting your fuel to the right size. The Karu 12G also has a propane adapter, but we didn't have a chance to work with it this time around. The Bertello oven that we have for this test is their Everything bundle, which comes with the propane burner and the wood adapter in the box. The thing that's unique about the Bertello oven is that it's able to burn propane and wood at the same time. There's a grate just above the propane burner that holds the wood, and you can use the propane burner and wood simultaneously. Definitely unique in the space. The Pi Prime is propane powered, and there's not an option for wood fueled with the Prime. If you want a solo stove pizza oven that uses wood, the original Pi is a great option, and that comes with both wood and propane bundles. The Ninja Woodfire outdoor oven is the only electric oven out of the group, and while it's strictly electricity for power, it does have a way for you to burn wood pellets to add a little smoke. Just pull open this door, add some pellets with the scoop, and you're cooking with both electricity and wood pellets. The Stoke Stove and the WPPO Lil Luigi both utilize the same type of fire drawer with a handle on their units, and they work with wood pellets, wood splits, and charcoal. The Stoke Stove also has a gas burner attachment, but you'll need to wrestle with the oven a bit to change fuel type. We needed to flip the oven over and remove the internal baffle plate before the gas burner could be used, so just a few more steps here to go between fuel types. Now, one of the tests that I always want to run on pizza ovens is how long each oven takes to come up to what I consider cooking temperature. My preferred temperature on the stone floor in the oven is 700 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's the goal for today's test. We'll start each oven following the manufacturer's directions in their manual and see how quickly we can get each oven to 700 degrees on the oven floor. The Ooni Karu 12G got to a consistent 700 degrees in 32 minutes for us using wood as the fuel. Now, I'm certain that if we had the gas burner, that number could probably be cut in half, but in our 2 tests, it took about a half hour using only wood to get to 700 degrees consistently. The Ninja Woodfire oven has a preheat cycle that says it can take between 8 and 25 minutes to fully heat up to 700 degrees for Neapolitan pizza, and in our tests, we got to temp in 24 minutes and 57 seconds using the ThermoWorks Big and Loud timer. The WPPO Lil Luigi found 700 degrees in 20 minutes and 59 seconds, and I found that a mixture of wood splits and wood pellets to get us our fastest startup time. The Stoke Stove reached 700 degrees in 18 minutes and 22 seconds, also with a mix of wood pellets and small wood splits for fuel. On the Bertello oven, it's suggested to let the propane burner handle the preheating and add wood once you're ready to launch a pizza. With the burner, the Bertello came to life in 16 minutes and 2 seconds. Now, here in the final 3 spots of the quickest to go from cold to ready to cook, it's a really close race. All 3 of these ovens really surprised me with how fast they could get their ovens ready to go. And in 3rd place, the Solo Stove Pi Prime got to 700 in just 11 minutes and 7 seconds. The Cru Model 30 got to temperature in just 10 minutes and 25 seconds with a wood-only fire. Now, when you're building the fire directly on the stone that you're measuring for heat, it's a definitive advantage. The fastest oven to reach 700 degrees on the stone floor was the Gozney Roccbox, coming in at 10 minutes and 10 seconds using the propane burner. Now, if you haven't seen it, the burner on this model is like a full-on weed burner shooting straight up into the dome of the oven. It's a powerful flame, and this oven was ready to use in no time. Getting up to temperature fast is one thing, but the next test that I wanted to run is how long it took me to cook a basic cheese pizza in each oven. Now, I'm a human, and there's definitely plenty of room for human error in this number since it's me cooking each pizza, but here's how we tried to make things fair all around. I'm using the exact same dough in each oven, and they're the frozen Neapolitan dough balls that you can buy from Ooni. You can get them in a box of 24, and all of the pizzas that you're going to see in this test are using this Ooni dough, so that's one variable that's consistent. I, David, am the person cooking each pizza, so we're not switching out people in between, and I'm also stretching, topping, launching, and turning the pizzas in each oven. Now, I could talk all day about each of these ovens and how they perform for us, but I think the best way is to just show you, and there's no better way than some glorious B-roll. We cook a ton of pizzas here at the lab, testing different ovens and cooking for friends and family. And I want to take a second and show you some of the most useful things that we've found to help making pizza at home much easier. One of them is in this bag, and we'll get to that in just a second. But let's start with the ThermoWorks IR gun. This is an infrared gun that we use to measure the temperature on the stone while the oven is preheating. It can measure up to 1000 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's what keeps us from burning pizza bottoms when it's too hot and tearing raw pizza bottoms when trying to rotate an uncooked pizza on a stone that's not up to temp. Now, if you're thinking about buying a pizza oven and don't have something to put it on, we really like the Ooni Medium Table. It's got more than enough space to hold any of these ovens, as well as shelf space below for extra items like dough trays, pizza toppings, wood, and pellets, and it even has hooks for hanging your pizza peels. Now, speaking of dough trays, we use those every single time we make pizzas, so I'll put a link to those below in the description. Semolina flour is another secret ingredient that you should use to make things easier. If you're having problems getting your dough to launch or stretching your dough into a circle, semolina is the solution that works for us. This is the bag that we use, and it's been the difference between ruined pizza and pizza success for us. I'll be sure to leave a link below for all of these, but this stuff is amazing. Now, while we're on the topic of dough, if you're not wanting to get into making dough yourself, Ooni and a few other manufacturers will ship frozen dough balls to you. They're perfectly sized for your oven, and all you have to do is take them out of the freezer the night before, leave them in the fridge overnight, and then let them rise on the counter for 4 to 5 hours before it's pizza time. It's a super easy way to have successful pizzas without a lot of effort. Now, when working with dough, you're going to want a place to shape the dough into a pizza shape, and we really like the Solo Stove prep board. There's 3 containers that sit in the board to hold semolina flour or toppings, and the board is a perfect size to make 12 to 16-inch pizzas. There's even a pizza crust measuring guide on top so you can size the pizza correctly and not stretch it too large for your oven. It's a new release from Solo Stove, but it's all we've been using lately to make our pizzas on. Now, once you get your pizza to the right size, topping the pizza is usually a mess of Ziploc bags and bowls of toppings all over the counter. Now, we really like the Ooni topping station to clean things up and keep sauce and toppings close. I also really like that each container has a dedicated lid, so you can just store all of the toppings in the fridge when you're done and they're ready for the next day. The last accessory that I think is a must-have is in this bag, and here's what it looked like when we opened it. This is the Orbit pizza cutter from Dowstrong, and it's my absolute favorite pizza cutter. I've tried many different cutters, and this thing is the Rolls-Royce of pizza cutters. You can try the rest, but in my opinion, this one is the best. If you're looking for a gift that will blow a friend or family member away who's into pizza, this is the gift that I would give. Now, I've wanted one of these for years, and Melissa made it happen after being frustrated cutting over 30 pizzas while making this video. I hope these suggestions were helpful as you accessorize your pizza oven, and I'll have links below that will take you to the best price that I'm aware of for each of these items, along with discount codes that you can use that we keep updated all year long. After the fun of cooking pizzas is over, it's time to clean each oven, and some are admittedly easier than others. The Pi Prime is incredibly easy to clean since it's a gas-only oven. I just use the Solo Stove brush to push aside any leftover semolina and then wipe down the outside of the oven with a microfiber cloth. The Roccbox is the same when it's in gas mode. Just brush off the stone and then wipe down the outside with a microfiber cloth. Now, when you're using the wood burner, just open the door, take out the wood tray, and dump the cold ash into the garbage. Now, the Ooni Karu 12G is a little more difficult to clean when you're using the wood tray, in that you need to pull it out the front of the oven to dump it. Now, I'll use the cleaning brush to get it out from the back, and that makes it easier. Now, just a quick brush of the stone and we're ready for the next cook. Cleaning the Cru Model 30 seems like it would be the hardest to clean out of the bunch since we're building such a large fire in the back of this oven with wood, but this thing is easy to clean. Since the Cru peel is a flat sheet of metal, just take the wider side and run it along the stone until you get to the back of the oven and lift out all of the ash in 2 tries. It's super easy to clean for a wood-only oven. Now the WPPO Lil Luigi and the Stoke Stove ovens both use a wood and charcoal removable drawer, and it's as easy as pulling the drawer out and dumping the contents into the garbage. You can also give the stone a quick clean by pulling it out and wiping it down for good measure. Now cleaning the Ninja Woodfire is similar in that you can take the stone out, brush it off, and flip it over if you'd like to let the heat clean the opposite side on your next cook. Now the Bertello is a little bit more difficult for me to clean since the stone has to come out of the oven in order to get the wood burning grate out. The oven is so long that my gloves aren't helpful for reaching the ash pan, and I get ash all up my arm when I'm trying to clean, so that part is not my favorite. Now, since we're talking about 12-inch portable pizza ovens here, the short answer regarding portability is that they're all portable. Ranging in weight between 30 pounds all the way up to 46 pounds, there's not a single oven in this group that you can't throw in the trunk and take to a picnic. Some of them are easier to carry than others though, and the Roccbox impressed us right out of the box with the included Velcro carry strap. Even though it's almost the heaviest one here, it's easy to carry because of the strap, folding legs and stone that's locked into the oven, and it won't move around while you're driving. One of the nice things about the Ninja Woodfire oven is that everything that might move around on these other ovens, they can be stored inside the Woodfire when you're moving from place to place, keeping fragile baking stones from cracking in transit. Now for the best warranty in the group, the Stoke Stove and Solo Stove Pi Prime tie offering lifetime warranties. Stoke Stove even offers a 365-day trial period where they'll refund your purchase if you're not happy. The Roccbox and the Karu 12G both have a 5-year warranty, while the Cru comes with a 3-year warranty. The Ninja Woodfire and the WPPO Lil Luigi both come with a 1-year warranty, and the Bertello, we were unable to get the warranty information off of their website, and an email requesting warranty information was not returned. So, after weeks of using all of these ovens, here are my thoughts on each. Now, I don't want to forget though, we have some discount codes available that I'm going to put here on screen, but those codes are always changing and more are always being added. So if you're in the market, check out the links below in our discount codes in the description to save you more money. The Roccbox was my favorite pizza oven overall. It's super fast to heat up. It made the best looking pizzas out of the group. The pizza peel is fantastic. The way the flame is set over the top covers the whole pizza and gets higher rising crust in my opinion. Now you have great portability with the included handle strap. It's compact. I love the folding legs and the height on a counter. It's good with wood, but better with gas in my opinion. The Solo Stove Pi Prime, there is so much room to move around inside, and it made the second best pizzas that we got out of the whole bunch. I love how wide the burner is at the back of the oven and the control that you have with the control knob. Also, I love that the knob is positioned at the front of the unit instead of the back. The Cru Model 30 was simply the most fun oven to cook on using wood as the fuel source. If you want a wood-fired pizza oven like what you could get in an Alfa Moderno 4Pizzè, but want to spend only about 10% of the money, the Cru 30 is a great option for you. I run it just like I run my big Alpha oven using smaller splits of wood, but all of the same fun building and working with a larger wood fire. The WPPO Lil Luigi gave us a hard time when we got started, but it was our fault since we didn't put the stone on the L brackets that were raised in the oven. We just slid the stone on the floor and it performed poorly when heat couldn't circulate underneath the stone. After we got that fixed, thanks Keith, we were good to go. The downside for me with this oven is that the fire drawer is on the small side for me when I was using small wood splits. Multiple times I would get the wood stuck in the door trying to put the drawer back in, but that isn't an issue if you're using pellets or wood chips. I do find that you have to really pay attention to your fire though, since there's considerably less room for fuel in this drawer compared with some of the others, which just means you're adding fuel more often. The thing that sets Bertello apart isn't that it was on Shark Tank. It's that it was the only oven that I'm aware of in this price range that can use both gas and wood for fuel at the same time. I didn't have any problem getting the oven hot enough with the gas burner alone, but when you add wood to the mix, it's an inferno inside this oven. The manufacturer suggests to preheat the oven on high, and then once it's up to temperature, put 2 pieces of wood inside the rear door and turn the burner to low and launch the pizza. That's certainly a more controlled way, and when we ran it this way, we just turned the pizza every 20 to 25 seconds and it came out great. The Bertello is a standout because of the dual fuel and for all of the accessories you can get in the bundle for the price. There's no easier pizza oven in this price range than the Ninja Woodfire outdoor oven. You just heat up your oven, make your pizza, let it run for 3 minutes, and you have a pizza that looks amazing even compared to the best pizzas we were able to make in this roundup. It's hard to imagine that an electric oven can perform this well for Neapolitan-style pizza, but we've tested it, and it's the real deal. Now, if you don't want to have to deal with turning your pizza 3 to 4 times while you're cooking or worrying about how close your pizza is to the fire, this oven is simply automatic. It's the pizza oven for people who like pizza oven results without the work that traditionally comes with outdoor pizza ovens. The Ooni Karu 12G operates like almost every other Ooni oven that we've tested here at the lab. The insulated sides that keep it cooler to the touch while it's in operation, the easy access door on the back to get wood in without having to finagle it around to make it fit, the fantastic peel and turner that Ooni designed all just speak to how well Ooni is rooted in the outdoor pizza game. I wish we could have tested the gas burner version of the Karu 12G, since I think it would have performed better if it wasn't just me trying to make pizza and manage the fire at the same time. Now, honestly, we had a few ups and downs with the Stoke Stove model. It was more work to change from wood to gas than any other unit. The manual also says to use a AA battery for the igniter, when it turns out that's a misprint and it actually uses a AAA for the igniter. When burning wood as fuel, we had trouble with flames shooting out the back of the oven whenever the door to the oven was open. It has the same drawer design as the WPPO Lil Luigi, which gave me problems trying to add small wood splits during a cook. I think the Stoke is best as a wood pellet oven, and if you like managing a pellet fire while cooking pizzas, this might be the oven for you. The gas burner attachment makes it easy to keep the fire going, but for me, it's more fun to run this as a wood pellet oven. All right, so that was a ton of work. It took us 3 full weeks to assemble, test, film, and edit this video, and you can show us the love by using any of the links in the description below if you're going to make a purchase. That's how we earn a living reviewing gear just like this, and we thank you for allowing us to earn a living doing what we love to do. It's not just all pizza here at the Barbecue Lab, and we're testing everything outdoors here on our YouTube channel and over on our website at thebarbecuelab.com. Melissa helps curate a shop page that has the best gear in outdoor cooking at thebarbecuelab.com/shop, and it's there for you 24/7 if you're looking for the best grill, the best spatula, maybe it's a thermometer or anything else in outdoor cooking. Now, we also have an Amazon storefront that we just launched this week with all of our favorite gear on America's favorite shopping platform. Just click the link in the description below or head on over to amazon.com/shop/thebarbecuelab to see some of your future favorite cooking gear. Thanks so much for watching. I'm David from the Barbecue Lab, and behind the camera is Melissa, and we hope that you get outside and make some pizza. We'll see you next time.